front row, Pedrosa, Lorenzo, Marques, 3 Spanish riders. This is a tribute to one of MotoGP's favourite sons, Luis Salom, and problems at the back of the grid. I think somebody actually
it was Hector Barbera didn't get in the right grid slot.
So here we go, 25 laps of this Barcelona-Catalunya circuit. Round 7 of the MotoGP World Championship. Good start again by Jorge Lorenzo.
Danny Pedrosa also got away well from the front row of the grid. Will Pedrosa have the inside line on the run down to the first corner? What a start by Andrea Iannone. Got a flyer this time around. Pol Espargaro looks up the inside. Iannone's already up to third. The race leader, though, is Lorenzo from Marques.
We ride with Lorenzo. Marques behind him through turn 2, up towards turn 3. The start from the front row. What a start from Andrea Iannone from that third row of the grid. That's the start he needed to make 2 weeks ago in Mugello.
As good a start as it was for Iannone, it was as bad a start for Valentino Rossi. Rossi's been dropped back down from 5th into 8th place. There's Maverick Vinales currently running in 5th, so a better start this time around for Vinales. He got a shocker in Mugello. Pedrosa up the inside of Andrea Iannone. Beautiful move at turn number 5 from Pedrosa.
Yeah, the 2 Hondas know. They know better than anybody else. They mustn't let Lorenzo get away at the front. This is Lorenzo territory.
Lorenzo already almost 4/10 of a second clear of Marq Marques. They peel through turn number 9. That got tight between Maverick Vinales and Andrea Iannone. Did Vinales lose a bit of momentum? No, he didn't. Rossi's already back up into 6th place. He's picked off Barbera, and he's now looking up the inside of Vinales. Down into this revised turn number 10. No way through for Rossi this time around. Pol Espargaro has picked up Hector Barbera. Pol Espargaro now up inside that top 8.
Now into the new section, section 4, up over the rise as they come through the new turn 12. And that down into the Formula 1 chicane, dips right, and then it goes left.
The Vinales. Rossi up the inside of Danny Pedrosa. Beautiful move up the inside at that revised turn 10. No way back through for Pedrosa. He won't be able to snatch the inside line through turn number 11. Rossi had that bad first lap, dropped down to 8th place. He's back inside the top 3.
Absolute demon on the brakes today, isn't he, Valentino Rossi? Smooth braking late. Vinales tries to fight back once again. Vinales, has he got up the inside of Danny Pedrosa? Yes, he has, as they come into 16. Pedrosa tries to fight back through 16. He holds the advantage. He almost puts his helmet on the rear wheel of Danny Pedrosa's Honda there as they come through turn 16.
Unbelievable between Pedrosa and Vinales through that new Formula 1 chicane. Vinales attacked first at turn number 13. Vinales comes up the inside again at the first corner. No way through this time around. Now what this is doing, this is letting Valentino Rossi get a bit of breathing space between Pedrosa and Vinales in that battle for 4th and 5th. Lorenzo's lead through the first sector, almost half a second over Marq Marques. Marques a further 3/10 clear of Rossi.
Well, we highlight the battle between Vinales and Pedrosa. He runs it just a little bit wide again. Maverick Vinales, and Pedrosa comes through once again. Down they come down towards turn 5. Vinales tries to look up the inside, this time a block from Danny Pedrosa. We ride with Pedrosa, 25 right in his face. We switch now to Vinales.
Third time in a lap now that Vinales had a lunge up the inside of Pedrosa, and he hasn't been able to make the pass successful as yet. Climb up out of turn 8 through this very fast turn 9, coming onto the back straight.
Yeah, slightly shortened back straight now with that new turn 10. He's lining up. He comes up the inside as they come into turn 10. Side by side they come. He can make it stick it through. He can't. He's run wide again, and Pedrosa once again retakes 4th place.
Vinales has dropped right back into the clutches of Iannone.
A bit ragged. He's been a little bit impatient, hasn't he?
Rossi up the inside of Marques. This is at turn number 4. Rossi makes the move. It's the Repsol corner, and he passes the Repsol man. Rossi up into 2nd place.
Valentino Rossi is on fire here in Barcelona. The 6 times MotoGP winner at this circuit, now into 2nd place. The man in front of him, his teammate on the track, no teammate off the track, Jorge Lorenzo.
Rossi was 8th at the end of the first lap. He has scythed his way through this field. Vinales at the top of your picture there, still not been able to find a way through on Pedrosa in that battle for 4th place.
Marq Marques is not spent in any way either, I can promise you that. Any thoughts about championships and everything else will go out of the window. This is a straight gunfight between the 3 best riders in the world.
Yeah, Rossi was just in a fraction hot down into turn number 10. Didn't lose too much of his number 6.
100,000 people are on their feet. Well, the board tells us little because they already know. They can hear. They fan out across the track. Who's going to be first into turn one? Rossi on the brakes up the inside of Lorenzo, and he's made it stick. But as they flick it left, Rossi holds the advantage.
Rossi chops Lorenzo's nose off as they went through turn number 2. Valentino Rossi now leads this race here in Barcelona. What a battle we've had so far in the first 6 laps. Rossi at the front of this race from Lorenzo and Marquez. What have Lorenzo and Marquez got in response?
We ride now with Jorge Lorenzo. Sonny's got Marq Marques right behind him. We switch now to Marquez. But Valentino Rossi leads here in Barcelona. And here comes Marquez back into second place.
When was the last time we saw Jorge Lorenzo leading a race and then get swallowed up in 4 or 5 corners by 2 riders? Bradley Smith's had an absolute nightmare here in Barcelona. He's entered the... That's that hard mixing option rear tyre. He just hasn't been comfortable all the time. What about that? Oh, Iannoni's totally gone. Iannoni ran to the back of Lorenzo. Iannoni got it way, way too hot down at turn number 10. They are going to be Ducati teammates.
Well, that championship lead, the championship's been made wide open into turn 10.
Way, way too hot. I'm afraid Andrea Iannoni has got to take full responsibility for that. He was coming from just way, way too back. Look at this. He's going to torpedo Jorge Lorenzo. That is almost a carbon copy of the last corner. Tyre hopping and skipping into the braking zone for turn number 10. It's a bit one line through this new chicane section. No way through this time.
It was one line. It was one line. Well, who knows?
What about that movie made on Hector Barbara?
That's right. Here we go. Over the line through turn 16, 3 laps to go. He's close this time round, Marq Marques. Will he slipstream? What will he do? Here he comes. This is what he did last time round. This time, oh, he's braking very hard indeed. He gets the Honda in there. Marq Marques leads here in Barcelona. Rossi fights back.
Rossi tries to ride around the outside of Marquez through the second corner. No way through. Marquez holds firm. Rossi, though, close enough to attack at turn number 4. This is where he made a move on Marquez early on in the race. He's definitely close enough. Can Rossi fight back?
Into turn 4 they come. No, Marquez blocks the way through. This fast right-hander down towards turn 5, the left-hander. Rossi, front wheel almost touching the rear wheel of the Repsol Honda. Down into 5 they come.
Marquez holds firm. Rossi not close enough. This is more than 25 points. This is all about pride between Marquez and Valentino Rossi.
This is nothing to do with World Championships. This is between 2 guys who don't get on. 2 guys who want to come out number 1 on the track. They race up towards turn 9. 2.5 laps to go.
This is a favoured overtaking place for Marquez down at the end of the back straight. Can Rossi get close enough? He sweeps to the inside line. Rossi, no, he's not having a look up the inside this time around. Closes right up on the back wheel, though, of Marq Marques. There's about a metre between them as they peel through turn 11.
Up through turns 12, grandstands away to their left, going absolutely crazy. We ride with Rossi as they come down now through 13, through the Formula 1 chicane.
Marquez, no way through for Rossi on this lap through 14. This is where Marquez had that massive scare on the front end. We're about to start the penultimate lap here in Barcelona. It's Marq Marques that leads this dramatic Barcelona Grand Prix.
2 to go, down the straight they come, 215 miles an hour. Rossi lines him up beautifully. Rossi up the inside, 46 versus 93. Rossi on the brakes and leads the way into turn 1.
Marquez not close enough to snap straight back through turn number 2. Rossi's really good on that Yamaha through this long, long turn number 3. Who's kept the grip in those tyres the better? Will it be Rossi? Will it be Marquez? Rossi's pulled out a bit of a gap coming out of turn number 3. They can barely watch in the Yamaha and Honda camps.
Rossi just opens up, prizes open a few precious metres. Marquez riding the wheels off that Honda to stay with him as it comes down towards turn 5. 1.5 laps to go.
Can Rossi make the decisive break on this penultimate lap? He's 0.2 of a second up on Marquez through the first bit. He's picked up another 10th in sector 2. Marquez runs wide through turn number 7. Is that a costly mistake for Marquez?
That could have decided the outcome of this race. Up they come through turn 9, onto the back straight. Rossi is opening up the advantage at the front. down at turn 10. I think the race is over.
Oh, it was a massive mistake by Marquez at turn number 7. Here we go. He's in a way too hot. It cost him half a second. Rossi now leads by almost 9/10 of a second. That could be the key move, the pivotal move of this Barcelona battle.
Down through turn 13 they come. Rossi leads the way. His last victory 6 weeks ago at Jerez in Spain, again in Marq Marques country, into 16. 1 lap to go of this epic battle here, the Mediterranean coast of Spain.
Rossi starts the last lap just over 7/10 of a second clear of Marquez. Can Marq Marques produce the last lap of his life to win here in front of his home crowd in Barcelona, or is that crucial mistake at turn number 7 on the last lap going to be the end of his challenge?
Rossi now has this race in his own hands. Rossi up towards turn 4, dip down any moment now towards turn 5, then there will be half a lap to go. Marquez knows that it's 20 points, but it's also the lead in the World Championship, with Jorge Lorenzo being torpedoed out of the race. Andre Iannone.
If Marquez can come back into victory contention now, then it will be one of the best laps you have ever witnessed, because Valentino Rossi has rode this absolutely brilliantly. Rossi's race to lose now. He's 1.5 seconds quicker than Marq Marques. You do feel with that mistake that Marquez made, he's now starting to think about the bigger picture of the World Championship, because Marquez, there is no way in a million years that Valentino Rossi, barring an absolute disaster, is going to give up a 1.5 second lead with just 6 corners of this brilliant Barcelona race to go.
Crowd going absolutely crazy. Rossi up through turn 12, now runs it along the top, past the stadium section, past the Valentino Rossi grandstand, down into 13, 14 and 15 coming up. The crowd, every single one of the 100,000 people here, are ready to salute the doctor, the master, the man who makes it 10 race victories here in Barcelona.
Rossi victorious in an epic Barcelona battle 2016, ahead of Marq Marques. Dani Pedrosa back on the podium for only the 2nd time this year. Pedrosa finishes 2nd.
Oh, what a motorcycle race.
Here comes Vinales. He's about to take 4th place on that Suzuki. A very lonely 4th place for Vinales. 5th place for Pol Espargaro. That's equaling his best result of the season so far. Joy on one side of the factory Yamaha garage for Valentino Rossi. Despair for Jorge Lorenzo. The roles reversed after last time out. Cal Crutchlow has crossed the line in 6th place. That is Crutchlow.